Okay, we're back. Likutei Moharan.
Not really. Sorry.
All right. Anybody for a little slip?
Hopefully you will finish. If you insist. Okay.
Okay, so we said that since the Tziparim, the Kedusha, are the spheres of Chochmah and Bina, and that's why the Doeg said before show that David the Melech is Yudei Nagan, that he knew how to
Jam.
he knew how to play. He knew because Doeg said it so that the show will kill. And it says since the Negina, perfection of Negina, of the das of the Negina comes from the Tziparim, the Kedusha, which are Binyan and Malchus. That's the Shorsh of the Malchus. That's the thing that's the magic wand that makes the Malchus, perfected. So he told Shaul that David HaMelech was fit for Melucha because his B'chinas Malchus, his aspect of Malchus was b'shleimus, was perfect. Was no. So that's why he told him. So he should kill him. This is what he says about David HaMelech. Me'achar alois seviri. He says he brought him before the alois. Alois is the feeding the mothers of the lambs. The sheep after they give birth. They feed their babies. So the menikos, those that the feeders is called alois. They're called alois. So machar alois aviyoi liros b'Yaakov amos renachalosoi. He brought him. The Pashup Pshat is that David HaMelech was a shepherd. So Hashem brought him from behind the tzon, behind the sheep, to become a king on Am Yisrael. And since he was a shepherd of his father's flock, and especially the flock of the menikos, those that were feeding their young, and he behaved with them with great rachamim, with a lot of compassion, with a lot of mercy. Hashem brought him over to be the Melech of Israel, and the literal meaning of the word machar alois, hainu machar amenikos. In other words, from behind those that are breastfeeding, and what is actually alluded to is because the menikos, that those aspects, the feeding aspects. Hainu netzach v'hod. These are the spheres of netzach v'hod, and the time that they are called menikos because ki hem menikim l'neviim, because they feed the prophets. They feed prophecy to the prophet like a mother feeds milk to the baby. The netzach v'hod, that's the source, and they give him nevuah, and they v'hem binyan malchus. They are the structure of the Malchus, are the basis for the Malchus, because they are the ones who bestow the light to the Tziparim. Tziparim, if you remember, is the Chochmah Bina of the Malchus, right? The Chochmah Bina of the Malchus, they receive from, it's Yoinek from the mother. From the mother's Menikos, this is from Netzach V'Hod. So they're giving the light for the Tziparim, the Kedusha. Shem Bina Malchus, this is the structure of the Malchus. And therefore, we can explain the pasuk like this: Me'achar alois. In other words, through the fact that David HaMelech was zoichet to the aspect of Negina, b'shleimus, whose source is, from the Tziparim Kedusha, that the Malchus, where does the Malchus get its essence? Tziparim Kedusha, right? Now, and the Tziporim de Kedusha, which is Chochmah v'Bina, and the Tziporim de Kedusha, where do they receive their own chayes? From the alloys, from the Netzach v'Hod, from that which is above them. And these Tziporim are the Binyan Malchus. That's without the Tziporim, there's no Malchus. And therefore, you found that the person is Zerchet to his own Binyan Malchus. And that's why, since David HaMelech was Zerchet to B'Shleimus, he was Zerchet to be Melech HaYisrael. That's why Hashem, Yeviyah Liros B'Yaakov, Be'amo Yisrael Nachlasoi. You know, say, the same thing as Moshe Rabbeinu. The Inyan of Moshe Rabbeinu, when Moshe Rabbeinu was a shepherd. Why did Yaakov Avinu was a shepherd, David HaMelech was a shepherd, Moshe Rabbeinu was a shepherd? Why all these whenever it comes, and the Shvatim were shepherds, and when they come to Parah says, well, what are you doing? He says, we're all shepherds. And Dafka, this was like the lowest bechina of in Mitzrayim. Like, shepherd, forget about it. I don't want anything to do with that. You know, it's the David HaMelech was Zerchet to Bechinas Negina, that source, you know, the source is from the Tzipor and the Kedusha, that receives from Netzach v'Hod.
Has to do with Negina that they're shepherds? What?
Yeah, because by being shepherds, they were dealing directly with the menikos, with the mothers that were breastfeeding the young, which is the root.
So they're like the birds.
No, the birds are getting from the menikos.
I said they're going directly to them?
Yeah, they were misaken the menikos. Mimela da zoichet to the birds, mimela da zoichet to Malchus. You know, Yaakov Avinu, the Shvatim, David HaMelech, Moshe Rabbeinu, they're all zoichet to that because they were already dealing properly in the level of menikos. So Mimela, the Tziparim were proper, the Negina was proper, the Tziparim were proper. So the Malchus was B'Shleimus. They're all called, you know, as Ad Kadikah, the whole argument with you know, with Shechem, you know, with the Shvatim, that Shechem did what he did, and then Shimon and Levi, you know, they went out there and they did a karachana in Shechem. They shechted everybody. So Yaakov Avinu says, you know, what's the you're going to bring about my annihilation. So they said, what? You're going to make our sister like a shemirachem, like a loose woman? You can't do that. The argument, what was the argument? You see, afterwards Yaakov Avinu said nothing, and the Kodesh Baruch Hu Lemaisa agreed with them. You know, they came out of Shechem, they came out of Shechem, and every week Chitat Elokim, everybody was, Hashem put the fear of God into everybody, and didn't do anything to him. So you see that Hashem agreed, in a sense, he agreed with them. Never they did something wrong, but the evidence did something good. What was the machlokas between Yaakov and his sons? What was the what the Yaakov said? There's a situation right now we need to deal with. Okay, Enechem, the guy is a low life, whatever it is, but there is the existence of Klal Yisrael that you have to think about. You can't just, even though as much as it hurts, whatever it is, there's a long-term objective that you have to think about. But the Shvatim told him that you can't do that. He says the minute that you already have your children, have your children, then you're already a nation. You're already a nation. The minute you're a nation, you can't take the daughter of the king and do something to her. It's casus belli. That's a reason for war. You can't forgive it anymore. That was their taina. That was their.
They didn't have a kid, did they?
What?
Dina didn't have a baby from war.
She did.
Who was it?
She did. The wife of Yosef. Osnas. Yeah. Osnas. That
cousins.
What?
No.
They were cousins. Of course they were cousins. But the Shvatim were marrying all their own sisters. What are you talking about? Each Shevet had a twin sister.
Came with a twin sister.
A twin sister.
That's Tachlit HaKedusha.
ודאי,
It was
ודאי.
very kadosh to do that.
That's the highest level there is. Today we can't be misaken it. It's like eating chalev. Chalev is the highest food there is, but anybody who eats it is koris. It's all the mizbech can consume it because we don't have the koyach to do the birur of chalev. But chalev is the highest thing. The same thing as marrying a sister. When in Kabbalah, the Zah and the Malchus are brothers and sisters. And afterwards they get married. This is and they become man and wife. It's the highest bechina that there is. Only in this world, we can't do this because it's such a high bechina. We don't have the koyach. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with there are two types of kedushas that that we cannot process. We cannot process the tuma like pork. You can't process pork. The only way you can process pork is by not touching it. By not consuming
Spiritually,
it
you mean?
Yeah. The mitzvah is there, but this is only Hashem alone can anything to do with tuma, only Hashem alone can process it. That it says that Kadosh Baruch Hu, why it's called Shmo Chazir, why it's called Chazir, why it's called, pig is called Chazir.
To bring it back to him?
Kadosh Baruch Hu says that Kadosh Baruch Hu lachziru lekashrusa. Kadosh Baruch Hu will bring it back to be kosher again. Only Hashem can do that. Only Hashem can ultimately make the bad into good.
So by not touching it, we also do a tikkun kosher.
Beseder, you're doing the tikkun by staying away from it. But realize you can do that. But on the other hand, you have those bechinas that are the kedusha that is so high that we don't have the koyach to do the beer in them. This as achilas chaylev, as marrying a sister. We cannot do that.
So you say on the asid level, it'll...
I don't know about that because I haven't seen that, but I know the Gabbai Chazal, this is what it says. But Lemaisi, you see, Lechu be'olam hatikun, the Zan, the Malchus, the Abba ve'ima, the Abba ve'ima, they give birth to Zan Malchus, the son and the daughter, and afterwards, there's Yichud, Zan Malchus, and this is the Oilipus, when it's the Kedusha is the way it's supposed to be, that it is. Hevel and Cain, they had twin sisters. That they married. The Pgam of Cain was that he took Hevel's twin.
But he married his own twin?
No, he
Supposed
forced
to
himself.
marry your own twin.
They married their own twins. They married their own twins, but Hevel forced himself on Hevel's... Cain forced himself on Hevel's twin. Besides his own. So it says, as we said over here, the tzipor and the klipa are the moichin of the malchus the klipa. Okay, they are the chochem bina of the malchus the klipa, and the tzipor and the kedusha are, they are the structure, they are the base of the bina and the malchus the kedusha, right? And Mimele, we understand here that negina from a singer that is not kosher is very damaging to Avodas Hashem, and the negina and the singing from a nagan who is kosher is very good for Avodas Hashem. It's very propitious. It's very auspicious for Avodas Hashem. And now we're going we're understanding from this a different reason. That when you hear a negina from a nagan kosher, that is receiving his negina from the tziporim the kedusha. So what you're actually doing, you are building and stabilizing your own bina malchus. It's not just that it connects you to Hashem. You're building your own bina malchus, and that enables you to be mekabel the Or Malchus Shemaim more completely, more perfectly than before. And when a person hears negina from a nagan that is not kosher, that receives negina from tziporim the klipa, that a person is damaging his bina malchus, which means that what a person is doing, he is undermining his own ability to be mekabel all malchus shemayim properly. Afterwards, it can come time as well. I'm not going to Shema, why not this and that? What do you want to do? And you're listening, you're into Pink Floyd all day long. What do you want? You're into Jimi Hendrix. What do you want? What do you want to do after? Be Kohen Gadol? You want to be the Lubavitcher Rebbe? What do you want? Get out of hot chili peppers. So you go with hot chili peppers. That's what you
Stop it.
If you consume hot chili peppers, you expect your breath to smell like mint. It was not that funny, but I try.
Take it to the
We
place,
aim
huh?
to please. We aim to please. So a person is damaging his own being a malchus. And what he does, he takes away from him all malchus shemayim. The ultimate result of this is that a person is actually elevates the koyach of the malchus sitra achra in the world. Beklolius.
He doesn't build one for him.
It's not just, it's for you and for the entire world.
No, you're ruining your Malchut Kedusha, but you're not building a Klapatic Malchut for yourself. You're just giving Klap to them.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So now we will explain how all this is alluded to in this Ma'amar Bachana. This is what Abba Chana said. Says, I saw that frog. And Rabbeinu explained, Piresh Rabbeinu Shmuel, and the Rashbam says, Akruksa, what is Tzfardeya? Tzfardeya is made out of two words. The Tzfardeya is two words. I know Tzipor Deya. The Das and the Tzipor. We're talking about Tzipor and the Kedusha, which is the Deya and the Malchus, the Deya and the Moichin, and the intellects of the Malchus, the Kedusha. He says, I saw this Tzfardeya, I saw this Tzipor there, I saw this Tzipor in the Kedusha. The Havi ki Akra de Agrunia, that was as big as that town that's called Akra de Agrunia, the town of Agrunia, the city of Agrunia. And in the words Akra de Agrunia, there was it's also alluding in different meaning in it. Shmishon Kraba Garon, call with the throat. Agronim Shon Garon, throat.
That's Kilo a place, yeah? Akra de Grunya?
Yeah, Akra de Agrunia is the city of Agrunia. So this is what you're doing is that the Tzipor and the Kedusha, the Tzipor Deya gives a tikkun to the Kraba Garon, to calling with the Garon, with the throat, with the windpipe that has the six rings, as we said before. The Hainu, the Negina that comes out of the throat. In other words, Hainu, the Rabba Bar Chana saw and attained the aspect of Tzipor, the Kedusha, the Negina Nifshach Men, the Negina comes from it. The Akra Dagonia, Kama Ave, and the town of Agonia, how big it was, Shitin Batu. What is the size of Akra Dagonia? 60 houses. And what's alluded in it is, as we said before, that opposing the Tziporim, the Kedusha, you remember we have Tziporim the Sitra Achra, right? Let's see the Klipa. That this is the source of the Negina of a musician which is not kosher, which is Menagan Rosh. And this Negina is damaging to Avodas Hashem. How can you fix that in a Kraba Garon? In other words, the voice of your Negina. So the Negina, even if you happen to hear a Negina from somebody who is not kosher, it won't damage your Avodas Hashem. Alidei Shitin Bati, through the Shitin Bati, the 60 houses. What is Shitin? Hainu Alidei Shitin Masechtes, through the 60 Masechtes. And here, Peresh Rabbeinu Shmuel, and Rabbeinu Shmuel came and said, it says, Talmud Kamala. The answer, the question and the answer, Ve'akra Dagunya Kama Shitin Bati, this whole sentence, is actually the words of the Gemara. This is not the words of Rabbi Chana, if you remember. This is just the Gemara interjects. Kiviyachal, just giving you a little, Targum Beguf Aseret, just a little, subtitles. To let you know, he says, how big it was, Akra Dagunya. The Gemara says, how big it was 60 houses. So Rashbam says, no, that's an interjection of the Gemara, the Talmud Kamala. It's just the, it says, Talmud Kamala, what Talmud? Hainu Rabbeinu says, this alludes to, the Rashbam alludes to, Hainu Shilima Talmud. You should learn Talmud. You should learn Gemara. Talmud Kamala. He says, you should learn Talmud, you should learn Gemara. Because by learning the Talmud, that is a 60 Masechtas, a person is misakin the voice of his negina. He rectifies the voice of his negina. As he said before, the Gemara has 6 sdorim, right? Main sdorim, which is parallel to the 6 rings of the Kana, right? So that's why the learning Gemara is misakin kol nevuah. It rectifies, the kol negina. It rectifies the voice of the negina, and then even a negina which is not kosher would not damage your voice Hashem. Well, the Yetzer Hara is not taking this line down, and it has its own ideas. It says, "Asa talmine bala." There came a snake and swallowed the frog. Peresh Rabbeinu Shmuel, the Rashbam says, "Rabba Kamalei." So, al pi pshat, in the level of pshat, the Rashbam is just telling you, okay, now we're going back. Well, meanwhile, back at the ranch, this is what Rabbi is saying. But he says, no, he's alluding to a much deeper bechina. The word asatanina, this is the words of our Bachar, and not the words of the Gemara. And what is hinted, what is alluded to in the words, asatanina balo, hayno al dei she'ilmat shelo lishma, then when a person learns Gemara shelo lishma, which is very easy, because the Gemara, when you can gain proficiency in learning Gemara, you can prove everybody wrong. You can really show whoa man, I'm way over your head, man. Whoa, forget about it. I'll look at you. Nothing. It's the Gemara is because it's sharpness, because it's the ideal tool to prove superiority if that's your game, if that's your cup of tea. It says that's the nachash. In other words, the Ainu Shilmat Shelo Lishma Yivla Oisa the Limud Nachash. The Sitracha is called the nachash, it's called the snake, because the limud, when it is not lishma, the Sitracha has yanika from it. That you open up the door, the leeches can plug in. And Mimela, such a limud cannot rectify the call of your negina, the call of your singing. And therefore it makes it since your negina is not rectified, Mimela, you're susceptible to non-kosher music, to music that is sung by someone who is not kosher. Had you learned in Lishma, it would have inoculated you, so a negina like this wouldn't hurt you. But since the learning is Shelo Lishma, the learning is not, there's the Yinik Sitracha, so that you have holes in your armor, chinks in your armor, as they say. This is Dafka, the words that the Rashbam said, Rabba Kamala, Hainu, Shiyilmod B'shvili Shizkor Rebbe. That the person learns in order to become, whoa, you're the Rav, you're the man, you'll be the big kahuna. So that Yivla Nachash is Limud, that's where the Nachash and swallows the Matikun. So what's the tikkun for this? Asa Pushkanso came in Oirev, a crow. Operesh Rabbeinu Shmuel, Pushkansa means crow. Oirev. What does it mean? Amuz Bezeh, what's it that you should learn at night? Oirev Mishon Erev, Mishon Arvis. Hay Mishilimot Valayla, Mishon Arvis. You should learn, the Gemara itself is Laila. But only one level of Laila is not enough, because the Shelo Lishma can grab onto it. So what you do is you learn Laila, the Gemara, Balayla, at night. This double wrapping is going to...
Erev is evening, no?
No, Erev is what? Erev Mishon Irbuv. That's where the darkness you can't tell. This is the boker, mishon levaker, to
So
be able
learn-
to tell.
אוקיי.
Boker shon bikoret, you're able to tell this.
אז
between this
משם
and
הם
this.
מקבלים שצריך ללמוד את זה בלילה.
Yes. So you learn some mishon oirev, mishon arvit. You should learn it at night. And he says, "Ubal, it swallows the snake. Ainu megan alav min hanochos." When you learn at night, it influences you that you will learn lishma, and then the nachosh, which is sitra achra, cannot swallow your limud. And the reason why the limud at night protects from the nachosh, as he says later on, "Vesolik v'yosef bi'ilana," that it flew up and sat on the tree. The crow flew up and sat on the tree, on the ilan. And the Maharsha explains that this ilan ubchinas Avram. That's the principle of Avram. Mishum sheslo kosev etzlo in Avram Avinu is written veita esher, that Avram has planted a tree. Ubchinas chesed, which is the essence of chesed. Avram Avinu is parallel to the sphere of chesed. Yitzchak is connected the sphere of gvura. Yaakov is Nin of Tiferet. Avram Avinu was busy throughout his life to do chesed with people. So you see that Elon, which is the symbol of the chotemet, the stamp of Avram Avinu is Ir V'ita Avram Eshel, that tree, it alludes to the chesed, which means that once you learn Torah ba'erev b'layla b'chinas oirev, nimshach chut shel chesed nimshach olav. You're zoichet to sit on the ilan. You get the chesed of Avram. U'megan avin hanochos. And this is what Rabbi Chana finishes. Tachazi kam nafesh chile de ilonos. Come and see how great is the koyach of the tree. Hainu sherabba matmias atzmoi. That Rabbi was wonders, wow, this is unbelievable. Shekol kach gaval nuchas, that string of chesed that Kodesh Baruch Hu puts upon us when we learn Torah at night, shafilu al zeh, even on this, when a person learns Torah shelo lishma, yechola again, it can also protect you from that, so the snake will not swallow the limud. Hashem, to be continued tomorrow.